What is the Mass Effect headcanon project? For a complete breakdown, I recommend you hit the link right here. But for all intents and purposes, the majority of this series will be presented as a typical Let's Play, but rather than blind first-time reactions, I will be documenting all of the events of the games in retrospective. This will include breakdowns of specific encounters, my occasional personal views and critique of the game itself, Easter eggs, bugs, and glitches.
Perhaps Don't Touch That means something different in your language.
But most importantly, a detailed explanation of my own personal headcanon and why I perceive this particular Commander Shepard to be the most compelling and interesting. I have painstakingly developed this headcanon because of how immersive and expansive this trilogy really is. As an aside, this isn't what I consider to be the best complete playthrough, it's just what I think is ultimately the best story that can be told with the content that there is to be discovered. To get to this point, I have had to play the trilogy so many times with so many varying outcomes that even to this day I am still discovering something new with every playthrough. It's a monument to the absolute masterpiece that is Mass Effect, and I hope that I manage to encapsulate those who also love this series as I do, so as to stimulate discussion even now all these years later on a video game that still has people talking. If you are new to this series, I will provide a link to the complete playlist in the description below. Otherwise, it's time to see what the aftermath of Virmire has in store for us. Let's jump right back into it.
Commander, I know it couldn't have been easy for you down there. Making the call between Alenko and Williams must have been... I'm sorry, sir, I don't know if I could have done it.
No matter how many times you have to make that choice, no matter how many times you're forced into that situation, it never gets any easier. I do appreciate Joker's efforts to offer support though. Most of the crew were likely fond of Ash. He very easily could have made this about himself, but instead he chooses to show empathy, and I'm going to return the favor.
There is no right choice for something like that. I just hope I never have to go through it again.
No, I'm not blaming you, Commander. I mean, it's hard, you know?
Yeah, I know. Are you alright?
Saren's still out there, Joker. Hold it together. We need you.
Don't worry, I won't let you down. I want to be there when you make that son of a bitch pay.
Hoorah. Greetings, Spacefarers. Welcome back. We're so freaking close I can taste it. But first we're going to check in with some of the crew, and then we'll go see what the Council wants us to do next.
I've been thinking about Saren. I actually feel a little sorry for him now.
Well, Mykul Shepard is feeling really broken after what happened to Ash. Even contemplating how the truth about Saren changes everything is doing very little to quell his hatred for Saren. In this moment at least anyway. Let's see if Liara's insight will help.
He's the last person I'd feel sorry for.
He is trapped inside his own mind. Part of him senses his identity slowly being swallowed up by Sovereign, but he is powerless to stop it. I wonder how he first fell into Sovereign's trap. Did he think he could somehow stop the Reapers from returning? Or was he simply driven by a lust for power and glory?
So she's right. But a cynical approach fits his current state of mind better, in my opinion. Does it really matter if nothing changes because of it? He's indoctrinated either way.
Whatever Saren's reasons may have been, they're long gone now. He has to be stopped.
Yes, I suppose you're right. He may be Sovereign's victim, but he is also a threat to all life as we know it. Let's not spend every free minute talking about Saren. It is bad enough we are chasing him across the galaxy.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Anything you need, Commander?
I wanted to see how you're dealing with Ash's death.
Dealing, sir. Sorry for anything I said back there. Adrenaline.
You and me both, Lieutenant. We've got to have each other's back, now more than ever.
I understand. I don't like losing people either.
I've served for years, but never lost a soldier under my command. Not to hostile action, anyway. If you don't mind my asking, how did you deal with the losses on Akuz?
Well, I clearly carry it with me every day. The truth is, and I believe this in real life, grief never leaves you. So you have to be capable of allowing yourself to grieve later. You never know when it's going to rear its ugly head. You could be out walking your dog one day and something reminds you of a person you lost. There's just no cure for it, but keep it with you every day, and eventually the good memories will outshine the pain.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
And that's another great point. Grief can consume you. Focus too hard on it and you just will not be able to function. The cargo bay feels a little empty today.
Commander, things got heated back on Vermeer. You did what you had to do. I respect your choice.
I appreciate that, Rex. I really do. And I'm just glad that the choice didn't include you.
I appreciate what you did, Rex. I won't forget it.
Just make sure it was worth it. Saren has to pay for what he's done.
Oh, he will. Mark my words.
No matter what it takes, I'm gonna hunt him down and kill him.
I like the sound of that.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
You have my gratitude, Commander. Most people would have left our team behind. The captain considers the mission a success. I defer to his judgment.
Glad I could help.
Good luck, Commander Shepard.
It was an honor working with you, Commander Shepard. Despite the losses, our mission was a success. My superiors will duly honor Chief Williams for her actions. Her sacrifice has earned humanity a great deal of respect from my people.
So that is a kind and fully expected pleasantry from Kirahi, but the top and bottom options are stupid, because I'm not going to just throw it back in his face, nor will I grieve with him because he didn't know me, he didn't know Ash. So I will just stick with the neutral option here.
She knew what the risks were. Any of my officers would have done the same.
Of course. The grim reality that every soldier must accept. Rest assured, Commander, my men and I will not forget what you have accomplished here. We will leave your ship as soon as you reach your next destination. Perhaps we will have the opportunity to work together again someday.
Perhaps we will. Unfortunately, because Tali and Garrus didn't have much bearing on Vermeer, they don't actually have anything to say about Ash. So we're gonna just head straight up to the CIC and continue on.
I forwarded the mission update to the Citadel, Commander. We got confirmation on those reinforcements. Ambassador Udina wants us to report back to the Citadel. The Council's massing a joint species fleet to deal with Saren and his Geth.
Damn right, it's about time. Let's go get some payback.
Took them long enough. Back to the Citadel, Joker. I want the Normandy at the head of that fleet.
Yes, sir.
Good job, Shepard. Thanks to you, the Council's finally taking real action against Saren.
The Ambassador is correct. If Saren is foolish enough to attack the Citadel, as you believe, we will be ready for him.
Patrols are stationed at every mass relay linking Citadel space to the Terminus systems.
Well, that's a start, but that's it?
You think a blockade's going to stop him? He's on Ilos looking for the conduit right now. What are you doing about that?
Ilos is only accessible to the Mu relay, deep inside the Terminus systems, Commander. If we send a fleet in there, the only possible outcome is full-scale war.
Now is the time for discretion, Commander. Saren's greatest weapon was secrecy. Exposed, he is no longer a threat. This is over.
Well, it doesn't come to me as a shock that they're not listening to me, but I'm gonna make my case anyway.
Secrecy isn't his greatest weapon. The conduit is.
Saren is a master manipulator. The conduit is just a distraction from his real plan to attack the Citadel.
One ship going into the Terminus systems won't start a war. I can be discreet.
You detonated a nuclear device on Vermeer. I wouldn't call that discreet.
Your style served you well in the Traverse, Commander. We recognize that. But Ilos requires a deft touch. We have the situation under control.
Sovereign's the real threat. Saren's just a servant of the Reapers.
Only you have seen the Reapers, and then only in visions. We won't invade the Terminus systems because of a dream.
So the order in which you pick dialogue options during this conversation will dictate the manner of your inciting comment as you move forward. The direction I chose leads me to be able to call them out as fools, because they are. I believe even the strictly Paragon Shepherds should go this route.
If Saren finds the conduit, we're all screwed. We have to go to Ilos.
Ambassador Udina, I get the sense Commander Shepard isn't willing to let this go.
There are serious political implications here, Shepard. Humanity's made great gains thanks to you, but now you're becoming more trouble than you're worth.
You bastard! You're selling us out!
It's just politics, Commander. You've done your job, now let me do mine. We've locked out all the Normandy's primary systems until further notice you're grounded.
But it isn't just politics, Udina. What the hell kind of statement is that? I'm gonna accept the fact that they have a limited perspective on the situation because they weren't there. But before I leave, they will know that my official stance is that this is a mistake.
Are you insane? After everything I've done, you still don't believe me?
I think it's time for you and your team to leave, Commander. This no longer concerns you. The Council can handle this, with my help, of course.
Hey, Udina.
You suck, you jackass!
Commander. Shepard, I cannot believe they did this to you. I am so sorry.
I mean, sure, they don't have the benefit of knowing what we know, but then why make me a Spectre if they're just gonna reel me in? Either way, it's not your fault, Liara, and you are beautiful for telling me what I want to hear. But they're idiots.
I showed them the truth and they still won't believe.
It's not right. You did everything they asked and more. Nobody else could have done what you did. The Council owes you everything, everything. Instead, they strip you of your command and ground the Normandy.
Yeah, and doom the galaxy. In fact, there's a great opportunity to highlight the quality of the writing in this first Mass Effect game right here. Remember way back at the beginning on Eden Prime? Remember this guy? This is Commander Shepard now, in this moment.
I am not mad. I'm the only sane one left.
While they sit on their asses, Saren's searching Ilos for the conduit. As soon as he finds it, we're all dead.
Perhaps we could appeal and get them to reverse their decision.
Oh, babe, you're not wrong, but we tried already.
I pushed them as hard as I could. They wouldn't budge.
So you're going to walk away? You will just give up and doom the entire galaxy to extinction?
Ooh, Liara, I like it when you talk to me that way. But yeah, not a chance. This ain't over yet.
We lost the battle, not the war. I'll figure something out.
I believe in you, Shepard. I am with you every step of the way.
I've been really trying, baby.
Sorry to interrupt, Commander. Got a message from Captain Anderson.
I don't really care if he was listening in, to be honest. It's Joker.
What did he want?
Only said to meet him in that club in the wards. Flux.
You should probably go meet with him.
And so we begin our last venture onto the Citadel before the end game. And before we go speak with Anderson, we do have a couple of last-minute assignments to complete. First on the list is planting this device for the reporter Emily Wong. Right in the middle of CSEC headquarters, I might add. Nothing sketchy about that at all. And because no one ever seems to go home on the Citadel, she's still waiting for us in the Citadel Tower.
I'm already getting readings. This is gonna make a great story. Thank you so much for your help. Here, this is everything I've got from my publisher's budget.
What can I say? She built up a good rapport with me. As far as reporters go, she's the best. You're welcome, Emily.
It was no problem. Good luck with your story. It deserves to be heard.
I appreciate your support. I hope this will save some lives in the long run. Thanks again for your help. I'm gonna show this to my publisher.
And that concludes our business on the Presidium. Time to head down to the wards.
Is it true that your biotic implants cause headaches, Lieutenant? I know some meditation exercises that might help.
Thanks, Liara. I appreciate that. Makes me wonder what it would have been like to have Asari tutors instead of Turians.
Well, that's a surefire way to make this into an awkward elevator ride. Well done, Caden. Let's just brush that under the rug with some good old-fashioned Shepard goodwill.
Hey, back again, huh? I don't suppose you got any credits to spare.
I'm going to try my Dr. Shepard therapist approach here. Tell me about Mindoir.
I heard you were at Mindoir. I wanted to talk about what you saw.
Why? Think you got something profound to say about it? People tied like prize hogs, locked in cages, clawing and screaming as they're loaded into cargo pods. and we couldn't reach him. The Batarian defenses had us pinned. Dozens died trying to advance. All we could do was watch as they hauled people away. I've been looking for 13 years for something to make that sight go away. What have you got, huh?
Again, as the story has progressed, Shepard's experience on Arcus has only served to increase their insight on these kinds of matters. He's gone from someone who was tortured by their past to someone who is realizing that they are stronger because of it. As a result, I know that calling him out for having a bad attitude is definitely not going to help, but also that telling someone that they need help is often condescending and usually doesn't work. Ernesto, my friend, I know what you've been through. I'm offering you help. Work with me, buddy.
I can't help you if you don't want to be helped. Do you really want to get over what you saw?
What? You think I drink because I like lying in the gutter? If you don't have a better option, just give me 20 credits. A good bottle of whiskey. Enough to stop the dreams.
Well, I've planted the seeds. Hopefully now just the mere suggestion will be enough to convince him. Go to the Veteran Affairs office.
My mother said to go to the Veterans Affairs office. You're not the only one who's seen that brand of hell. They can help.
The VAO? God. All right. If she wants me to go talk to someone, fine, I'll do it. For her. She always stuck up for me. She always was naive. All the VAO does is pump you full of chemicals. If she wants to talk, tell her she can reach me through the Citadel VAO.
Pride's a tough thing, man. There's no shame in accepting that you need help.
Excuse me, you're the Spectre, right?
Who's asking? What's all this about?
Commander Shepard, it is an honor to speak with you.
Well, you're out in public making this kind of scene and you choose to call me down? You better explain yourself.
Cram, Your Honor. What's this riot about?
I'm Charles Saraceno of the Terra Firma Party. With Armistice Day coming soon, we're making our voices heard by the alien appeasers on the Presidium. Can I count on your support in the next election?
You're marking the end of the First Contact War with a protest?
As we have every year for the last 26 years. The war taught humanity a lesson that some would forget. If we don't stand up for ourselves, no one else will.
Then I would argue you've learned nothing. That war was a result of foolishness on both sides, not just one.
I thought the lesson of the First Contact War was that there's other life in the galaxy, and they have opinions too.
Perhaps so, Commander. But if aliens feel free to express their opinions at gunpoint, why shouldn't we?
What happened at the mass relay was a misunderstanding. If you saw a child about to touch a gun, wouldn't you stop them?
I'd pull them away, yes. I wouldn't shoot them dead.
What are you running for?
I'm seeking one of the 5 spacer seats in Parliament. They have certain Baroque conditions for a citizen to be able to vote for them. You have to spend more than 6 months a year in space, but you can't have stayed in any one settled system for more than a month. You do spend most of your time in space, Commander.
I don't know Terra Firma's platform. What do you stand for?
Our core value is that Earth must stand firm against alien influences, politically, culturally, and in the worst case, militarily.
It's a good theory, but these people are making it sound like a racial issue.
I can't deny that some of our supporters have extreme views, but our platform is also supported by economists, sociologists, and medical professionals.
That's no excuse. I just lost a comrade who gave her life for the galaxy, despite what her values may have once been.
But you don't do anything to curtail the racist comments of your members.
Of course not, Commander. Whether I disagree with them or not, they have the right to express their opinion.
Well, that sounds nice and cordial on the surface, but you're just masking baseless superiority bullshit.
Sorry. I believe we need to work peacefully with other races.
We've heard that before in human history. Well-meaning naivete leads to declarations of peace in our time. We can't allow anything like Shan-Shi to happen again. I don't suppose I could convince you to issue a public statement of support for my candidacy. The support of the first human Spectre would be invaluable.
The occupation of Shan-Shi couldn't happen again. We weren't even sure there were aliens to garrison against back then.
It's still a powerful symbol, Commander. Shan-Shi is the only human territory ever occupied by an alien species.
But we're part of the greater galactic community now, like it or not. I just won't support this.
You have the right to your opinion, Mr. Saraceno. But with all due respect, I disagree with it.
I understand. I'm glad you support the democratic process, at least. Thank you for your time, Commander. Remember Terra Firma on Election Day, because Terra Firma remembers you.
Remember Shanshi!
Yeah, looks like you got a real big following, buddy.
Throw the appeasers out.
Alright, time to go speak with Anderson.
Pardon me, soldier. Can I take a moment of your time? Soldier, I've got a major situation, and I need help from somebody with humanity's interests at heart.
You've got 5 seconds. What is it?
It's Commander, actually. What do you want?
Of course, right to business. That's why humanity has the best damn fleet in the galaxy. My name is Elias Keeler. I'm an alliance negotiator. We've got a big session coming up with the Solarians. You wouldn't believe what's riding on this. I'm fighting for humanity on this one, just like you are.
I know a fiend when I hear one. Cut the act.
Don't try to sell me on this. Just tell me what you want.
I need you to buy a mental stimulant for me. It's legal, but restricted. I've purchased the monthly limit, and I need more from the medbay.
What is this stimulant exactly?
Oh, I don't know the medical terms, but it increases mental capacity, short-term recall, that sort of thing. It helps me stay focused, and it keeps me sharp. Nothing gets by me when I'm on it.
If you know the monthly limits, why did you go over them?
The negotiations were supposed to be last week, but the Solarians stalled it, probably deliberately. If I don't get the stimulant, I'll be a wreck. My assistant will take over, and that would be a disaster.
What could possibly be wrong with him? If he's your assistant, shouldn't you trust him? Didn't you hire him?
Is your assistant incompetent, or just inexperienced?
Worse, he's an alien sympathizer. My assistant wants to bend over backwards for the Citadel races. He wants to show them we're reasonable. No race will respect us until we show them who's in charge. That's what it took with the Turians. Yeah, forget my assistant.
Why is this deal so important?
The Solarians want to set up long-term trade agreements. There are billions of credits at stake. If I don't get the drug, my assistant will take over and mess up the whole deal. It would be a disaster.
Again with your assistant. Okay, I get it. But I remain unconvinced. You're an addict, my dude.
Keeler, you've got a problem. You need to get treatment.
It might look that way from the outside, but this is just a one-time slip-up. All the top negotiators are on stimulants close to the legal limit. It's the way the game is played.
You must think I was born yesterday. I know you don't believe that, and you're an idiot if you think that I do, or that you don't believe that this type of behavior has lasting negative consequences.
Will overdosing on stimulants and getting arrested help humanity, Keeler?
Maybe you're right. I've been trying to keep humanity strong, and maybe I've pushed myself too hard. I'll tell you what, this will be the last time I use the stimulant. After this deal is finished, I'll get treatment.
Ha! The old classic, just one more beer, man. No, you'll go now.
You won't be doing humanity any favors if you overdose during negotiations. Get help now.
You don't understand! Humanity needs me, and I need that stimulant. Without it, I don't know anymore. I get so tired when I run out of the stimulant. I just need one more boost.
I know that was a little extreme, but I really have zero patience for people who put others in danger for the sake of getting high. Get some treatment, Elias. You'll be better for it.
There's no shame in having a problem, but you have to get treatment.
You're right. I'll go tell my assistant. I shouldn't be working like this. I'll get help. I'm just sorry it came to this.
Takes a big person to admit that. Oh, it's you.
Ah, change your mind? You gonna help me record those wins?
You know what? No, but...
Can you do that? Isn't that illegal?
It's illegal to use my system, but I won't use it. I'll sell it to others. I just need a few more wins recorded.
Yeah, okay, I got it. We're not going to help him, but this does give us an opportunity for another edition of...
Sticking my nose where it's not my business!
I'll help you out.
I suppose I could let you try it. Here you go. When you've recorded enough wins, it'll let you know. Of course, if you get caught with the device, well, you saw what happened to me. Well, off you go. That data won't collect itself.
You're right about that.
Hello again. Can I help you?
I've got something you might be interested in.
Let me see that. You got that from Shells, didn't you?
I saw him using it earlier. Tossed him out on his ass for it, too. Thanks for bringing this to me.
Hey now, what about payment? What? I have no qualms doing this to a casino owner. They're both as bad as each other, in my opinion.
I think that tool should be worth something to you.
I suppose it is. Take a few tries of Quasar. On the house.
What? That's it? This guy obviously doesn't get extorted very often. Oh, shells.
So, did you record 5 wounds with the device yet?
Yeah, funny story.
Actually, I gave your device to Doran.
But that was years of work. What am I gonna do now?
Get a job.
You're no help at all. This is absolutely the worst day of my life.
Sorry?
I'm glad you came, Shepard. I heard what happened.
Yeah, I don't think Udina's stupid enough to think it was just politics. He absolutely sold me out.
The Normandy's been grounded.
I know, I'm sorry. I wanted to warn you, but there was no way to get a message to you before you docked. I know you're pissed off right now, but you can't give up. They all think this is over, but we both know it's not. You have to go to Ilos. You have to stop Saren from using the conduit.
Hey, you've got no argument from me, Captain. How do you propose we do this?
There's only one ship that can get me into the terminus systems undetected, and she's grounded.
Citadel controls locked out all the Normandy systems, but if we override the Ambassador's orders, we can get them to bring the Normandy back online. You can be in the terminus systems before anyone even knows you're gone.
I'm not really willing to put your life in jeopardy, though.
If we steal the Normandy, you're the one left holding the bag.
And if Saren finds the conduit, life as we know it is over. The Reapers will destroy us. Humans, Asari, everybody. You're the only one who can stop him, Shepard. So I'll do whatever it takes to get you on the Normandy and off this station.
Stealing the Normandy is mutiny. What if the crew won't help me?
The Normandy's your ship now, Commander. Her crew will follow you to the ends of the galaxy. We both know that.
I mean, yeah, we do. I was just playing devil's advocate.
What's the plan?
I can unlock the Normandy from one of the consoles in the Citadel Control Center. You'll have a few minutes before anyone realizes what happened.
That is a restricted area patrolled by armed guards. How are you going to get in?
Leave that to me. Just make sure you're in the Normandy when the systems come back online.
Yeah, as I said, I'm not willing to put your life at risk. Especially if there's another way.
You're gonna get yourself killed. There has to be another way.
Ambassador Udina issued the lockdown orders. If I can hack into the computer in his office, maybe I can override it.
He's not gonna let you waltz into his office and use his computer.
Hopefully he won't be there. If he is, I'll just have to think of something.
Udina won't let this slide, Captain. You'll be charged with treason, a capital offense.
We don't have a lot of options. I break into the Ambassador's computer, or I take my chances with the patrols in Citadel Control.
Caden's concern is warranted, but it's better than being shot. Break into his office.
You'll have a better chance if you go after the Ambassador's computer.
I was hoping you'd say that. The Ambassador has made this personal. You ready to get the hell off this station, Commander?
Let's do it.
I'll take care of the lockdown. You get down to the Normandy and tell Joker to stand by.
Anderson, what are you doing here? I didn't send...
Get us out of here, Joker. Now!
Thanks for watching. I hope you really enjoyed that penultimate episode because the finale is coming up next week and it's gonna be a hoot. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you are new, this is the perfect opportunity to get involved as there is an entire season's worth of material for you to binge watch. Keyless ally, my friends, and until next time,
I should go.